Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to Monday's maths lesson. I hope you had a really good rest over half term and you are raring to go again and see what we're up to this half term. So, we need to warm our brains up mathematically, and here we go. Quite a while ago, we had a little look at these kind of symbols. Remember, Roman numerals, and you were pretty good at them, but I want to see how much you remember. So what you are going to do is you are going to convert these Roman numerals into our numeric system, the numbers that we know. So you need to know the value of each of the numerals. So b equals 5, x equals 10, I equals 1, c equals 100, l equals 50, d equals 500, and m is 1,000. Not only do you need to know the value, but you need to know two little tricks of the trade. So when we have a smaller value Roman numeral after a larger value, we add. So here we've got 5, but the two i's afterwards are both equal 1. So we've got 5 add 1 add 1. Okay. But if we have a smaller value Roman numeral in front of a larger value Roman numeral, we have to subtract it. So here we've got x, which is 10, and that's in front of c, which is 100. So we've got to take the 10 away from 100. Okay, so you know the value and you know the two tricks of the trade. You will need your purple books. You'll need something to write with. You can write the Roman numerals down and the answer after them, or just the answer. It is purely up to you. Okay, so I want you to pause the video, have a little go. Okay, Year 6, how well did you do? Let's see. So 5 add 1 is 7. Then the next one, we've got L is 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1, so that's 71. Here we've got 100 take away 10, which is 90, plus 2, 92. Then we've got 100, add 100, add 10, 20, 30, and then we've got the I in front of the V, so that's 4. So we've got 234. Here we've got D, C, C, C. So we've got 500, 600, 700, 800. And then we've got LXV, so it's 61 there. So we've got 861. That was the tricky one. Then we've got XIV, so we've got 10, and then we've got the I in front of the V, so that's 5 take away 1, which is 4, so 14. Then we've got XLIII, so that is, we've got 10 away from 50, so that's 43. And then finally, we've got L, X, 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 V, I, so that's 50, 60, 70, 80, and then we've got 8 there, so 88. Hopefully, you got all of those correct. Well done if you did. So what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to have a little look at number lines and using them to subtract numbers. Just before half term, we added numbers using a number line, but this time we're going to see how we could use this strategy to help us to take away or subtract. So here we go. So we've got 120 take away 14. Now remember, the trick of the trade is trying to get to 5 or 10 or 100 or 1,000 so that you can do your steps nice and quickly and easily, and you're less likely to go wrong. The numbers that you can deal with in your head really quite well. So let's start here. We've got 120 and I want to take away 14. So I'm going to take 10 off. Okay, and I get to 110. Then I've got another 4 because 14 is 10 and 4. So I'm going to take the other 4 off, take away 4, and I get 106. Okay, so I started with 120. I've partitioned the 14. I've done 10 Then I've done 4 and I get the answer 106. So let's have a look then what happens if we take a larger number. So this time I'm going to start off with 324 and I've got to take off 120. So I'm going to take the 20 off first of all. Okay, so I'm going to jump and I'm going to take the 20 off. Okay, so I get 304. And then I'm going to take away the 100 because I know that the only digit that's going to change in that jump is the 3. It's going to have 100 less. So I know that's going to be 204. Okay, I've taken away 100. So I've taken away the 20 to start off with, then I've taken away the 100 and I've got to 204. Okay, I'm going to do one more and then you're going to have a little go at the remaining ones. Okay, so I'm going to do 176 and I'm going to take away 45. So here we go, 176. Okay, and I've got to take away 45. So what I'm going to do is take the 5 away. Okay, because in my head, it's easier to work with those numbers. So I'm taking the 5. So I've got 171. So I've taken away the 5. Okay. So now I'm going to take away, I'm going to take away 30, I think, because that's going to be nice and easy for me to do in my head. Okay, so I'm going to take away 30. You could, if you're really confident, take away the 40 straight away. Okay, but I'm going to do it in little steps and then I'm going to be making it nice and easy. So that's take away 30. The only thing that's going to change is that 10th digit. I'm going to end up with 4 there, so 141. And then I'm going to take my last 10, take away 10, and I'm going to end up with 131. So there I've taken away my 45, but I've done it in little steps that have meant that it's easy for me to break up. And you work out what's chunks on the top that you are most comfortable with working. But if you can get to a multiple of 5, multiple of 10, 100 or 1,000, then it's going to be much easier for you. So you're going to need your purple books again. And underneath the Roman numeral work that you've just done as your starter, you're going to complete these, I've put an X by those 3 subtraction sums. And you're going to use a number line to do them. Okay, so pause the video, have a little go. Okay, year 6, how did you do? Let's have a look then. So I'm going to extend my page. I want to bring it down a little bit so I can still see the numbers I'm dealing with. Okay, so I'm starting here. I've got 224 and I want to take away 122. So I'm going to take away the 20 to start off with. So take away 20. Oh. So I've got 204. Now I'm going to take away the 2. So I end up with 202. And now I'm going to take away the 100. And I end up, the only digit that's going to change is that 100 digit. So we end up with 102. Okay, so I took away the 20. Then I took away the 2. Then I took away the 100. Okay, and the answer was 102. Then we've got 157 take away 123. Okay, so 157 and I'm taking away 123. So I'm going to take away the 20 to start off with. Take away the 20 and I end up with 137. Then I'm going to take away the 3 and I end up with 134. 4. And then I'm going to take away the 100, take away 100, and I end up with 34. So 150. Okay, our last one that we need to do then. Let's have a little look. It is 177 take away 121. So 177 take away 121. This was your last one you had to do. So 177 take away 20. I get 157. I'm going to take away the 1 and I get 156. Then I'm going to take away the 100, take away 100. The only thing that's going to change is that 100 digit, and I just end up with 56 at the end. How did you do? Hopefully you got them all spot on. Right, so to get them all right, and you can use a number line really, really well. Okay, so let's have a look at what you've got to do today then in your book. So you are going to be looking at book 5, page 8. Book 5, page 8. And on page 8, you have got lots and lots of subtractions. And you are going to need to use a number line for question 1. Question 2 says, do it in your head, but I don't want you to. I want you to use a number line. So question 1 and 2, you're using a number line. You're also going to do question 3, which is column subtraction, which is the other method that you can use. Okay. Now, I don't want you to do question 4. Not question 4. Okay, so questions 1 and 2, you are going to use a number line to do them in your purple books. You're going to do in your book, you're going to do question 3. So you can do that nice and clearly, and it's because it's column subtraction. It's another really good method of working things out. Okay, then you've got a challenge, and again, this is you're going to do this in your purple book. So you've got to find the difference between 500 and 274. So find the difference between 500 and 274. Number line. Okay, you've got two numbers. You need to take the smallest away from the largest. They're just problems in word form. Exactly the same method as you've been calculating today. Then decrease. It means the same thing. Subtract. Okay. You've got to decrease 628 by 419. So in other words, that means take 419 away from 628. Use your number line. And then finally, okay, we've got a larger number here. Now we did this with our addition, and you did this really well on your number lines. Let's see how well you subtract. So you've got a 4-digit number here. So you've got to, it says when 3,363 is subtracted from 6,587, how many are left? So in other words, what is 6,587 take away 3,363? Let's make sure that's in our heads. So 6,587 subtract, take away 3,363. Use a number line. I'm really interested to see how you solve those problems. Okay, so good luck with today's activities. I am sure you're going to do incredibly well. I really have seen some amazing calculations in your purple books. So let's start this half term as we mean to go on absolutely successfully. All right, you take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.